Let me point out a few things. First off, you could feel it yourself. You made quite a few errors. Also, even when you did block the ball, didn't the quality feel a bit weak? It never really punched through them, right? Why didn't it punch through? There are a few issues here. First, let's talk about your direction of force. Like I said in theory class, when you analyze a problem, what happens? Look at two dimensions, timing and spatial position. For timing, it's simple. Early, at the peak, or late. For space, it's about position. Is the ball in front of you, to the left, or to the right? And also, the direction of your hand. Find the problem through these two dimensions. Once you find it, you'll notice after your first stroke, your elbow ends up too high. You know? That affects your next shot, the natural, relaxed return to a neutral position. So, after that first stroke, your whole body locks up and you stay locked. That's why your whole arm ends up stiff. Once it's stiff, adjusting direction becomes really difficult. Look at where you just hit. You can't go down the line or long, only to a natural spot. Just enough to clear the table. You just can't reach your real target. That's the first issue. Second, throughout the stroke, it feels more like you're pulling outward, like drawing silk. My motion goes left to right. Yours goes right to left. It's a sideways action. That kind of stroke will never punch through. Third, before the ball even arrives, you haven't nailed your timing on the contact point. You don't pause to sense the spacing before contact, so right after you hit it, the ball just comes rapid fire, and that's how it gets hit. Let me serve one. Watch this. See how I strike this point. I'm not even going that fast. See that? But notice, the contact point I find lines up perfectly with my motion. The combined force matches up just right. Another thing is adjusting your center of gravity. For example, during the stroke, your weight has to shift too, onto your right foot or your left. It depends on where the ball comes. Let me use that same example again. Analyze it. Say the ball is on my left side, and I'll demonstrate right-handed here. Just follow along. If it's on my left, my weight shifts this way to drive into it. If instead the ball's on the right, I shift onto that side. My weight keeps switching between those two sides. There's no way I plant one foot and stay there, no matter which angle the ball comes from. That just wouldn't make sense. Get it? Even how you stroke after being pushed back matters. Let's try another one. Serve a couple deeper, longer balls. Here we go. Once it pushes into me, I still need to create space. It's all to keep space in front of my body, so the force lines up. So, during the stroke, try not to let your wrist go too loose, too early. That's too shaky, too loose. I'm not saying don't use your hand at all. Early on, at this contact point, when your footwork isn't precise yet, try to keep your wrist fixed here and hold it steady. Once you've found that feel, your wrist can loosen up and move freely. Then, changing your placement won't be a problem. But, right now, early on, we need to build up your consistency on the table, you know? As soon as you finish the twist and brace outward. Don't push this hand outward. Don't push out. If you're ripping the ball, then you can push out. Otherwise, bring the elbow straight back. Pull it in a bit. Pull it in a little more if you want to snap the ball. Pull it back. Find that point and drive your way forward. Press forward. Don't let your weight rise up. Rising up is wrong. Your weight must press forward. Both feet should carry the weight equally. When I get to this spot, I step back. You can't just say you only know this one point. On this small flick point, you know where it is. You're saying you can't hit it? You know. This point is flexible. It moves. Try it again. Still needs to be faster. No. See that? Find the point directly, then drive straight forward. Follow through. Try it again. A little better than before. Slightly better. Your weight, it's not following. Right, your weight has to follow. Good. A bit better. Slightly better. Right. Stop there. Your contact point should be a touch more in front of your body. Just now, you still haven't fully released that power. Because the ball's still kind of jamming you up, you need to keep some distance from the ball. Meaning, by the time you make contact, your stroke should already be moving forward. At least halfway, even 2/3 through the motion. That's the most complete contact point. If the ball arrives and you're only a third through your stroke, then that point definitely isn't fully extended. So find that point even more precisely. Press like this, then snap through suddenly. Your stroke can come out a bit shorter. Again. Right. Find the point. Don't rush. Don't rush. Don't rush. Get your weight up a bit quicker. Right. Find it right around there. Again. Better. Better. Good.